Welcome, sinners, to the Cinamen podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Tyler.
And today's topic is
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
The Road to Civil War, which comes out May 6th. I can't wait.
I'm super excited.
America can't wait. Captain America can't wait.
We're going to do 3 episodes. Today's episode's Phase 1. Next week we'll be doing Phase 2. And then we're going to go see Civil War and do the beginning of Phase 3.
Right. A Civil War review and what we think the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe holds based on the knowledges that they've given us so far.
So, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, tell us what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong.
Any way you can.
Use this as your signature when you send out emails so that everybody can, go straight to our website.
Tattoo it on yourself. Brand it if you have to.
Yeah, tattoo it, send us a picture, and, we'll send you something cool.
To all those emotionally disturbed kids, cut it into yourself.
Yeah, we want to see the scars.
Send me pictures.
Send Chris pictures. Don't send me pictures.
Put it on the podcast page, Facebook page.
We won't.
Message it.
We're not going to share that. We're not really encouraging you to do that. We just want you to.
I'm against self-harm.
I think what we're saying is just don't be a dick
and support the podcast.
Yeah, that's all we really need from you.
That's the moral of what we're getting.
That's the best way you can help us right now.
If there was an overall theme of this conversation, that would be it.
Yeah, let's jump into it. The first movie,
Iron Man,
is Iron Man,
directed by Jon Favreau, who also directed Iron Man 2, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
Is it weird that I just can't picture him as a director?
No, that is not weird.
Like when I first heard that he was the director, I looked up who it was because I actually didn't know who Jon Favreau was.
Neither did I.
I mean, I didn't just look it up like today. I mean, it was obviously around when Iron Man came out.
Yeah, back 2008, I believe.
What
started it all.
What's hilarious is it was released May 4th. No, that was Avengers. I was gonna bring up that Avengers was released May 4th, 2012, and that when we are releasing it, it's almost exactly 4 years later.
Oh, it is 4 years. That's right.
4 years later. Yeah. So Iron Man 2008
started it all.
Yeah.
Really, and I don't know for sure that they had an overall big picture in mind. Right, I think they were kind of baby stepping it one at a time. It was Marvel's first studio-funded movie, and a success.
It wasn't Marvel's first movie. It was Marvel Studios.
Marvel Studios. Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah. Well, I guess we should be clear that we're only talking about the Marvel Studios timeline. We're not going to be talking about.
Yeah, the Marvel Cinematic Universe as it is so far right now.
We're not going to be talking about Spider-Man.
No Fantastic Four, no X-Men.
Except for how it pertains to Civil War. And we're not going to be talking... Yeah, X-Men.
More like how it doesn't pertain to Civil War now.
Oh, what?
In the movie.
Oh.
Not in the comics.
Oh, okay. One of my favorites.
Like
one of my favorites,
really?
Actually, in the MCEU. Or the MC...
Overall, and everything that's released so far. I agree.
One of my favorites. Not my favorite. We won't even get to talk about my favorite until next episode.
As a standalone film,
I'll let you guys guess which one it is.
One of the best standalone films. It's the first. It's the original. It is the OG.
It's a great movie. Robert Downey Jr. just is perfect as Tony Stark. I think.
I couldn't picture anyone else. There is no one else.
Well, you can't picture anyone else because
there is no one else.
Yeah, I guess.
There's 100% no one else. Johnny Depp couldn't even do that.
Well,
and I think
Johnny Depp would have been interesting. I think if I would have never saw Robert Downey Jr., I could picture Depp doing it.
I can see that. I heard Tom Cruise really wanted to do it for a while. Like I heard
I don't think that's a good fit.
No, I don't think so at all. But I heard the studio didn't want Downey Jr. at first.
Why not?
He was uninsurable, coming off his rehab and fresh off his drug problem and everything.
Did you ever
Jon
see...
Favreau actually fought tooth and nail to get him to be.
So Favreau wanted him?
Yes.
Okay.
And then when they got him, look at him now.
I think
he is the face of Marvel.
He makes the most out of everyone, right?
Oh, probably. I assume.
I think I heard Johansson had a problem with how much he was making compared to how much she was making.
And that's a whole nother topic entirely. Women's Hollywood salaries versus men's.
Yeah, if it was a Black Widow movie, I guess.
You think there should be one? Would you watch one?
I actually watched a little bit of the backstory of Black Widow, and I'd probably watch the movie. Because
I think maybe she deserves like a Netflix series. Like if Hawkeye and her had like a Netflix series tie-in
that tied into the movies,
that would be cool.
Unlike DC, who
like
doesn't really do enough tie into the movies. I don't think.
Marvel's all about that. DC's like TV's separate, movies separate.
But I think I would definitely watch a TV show or even a movie, I'd watch a movie with her. Like her and Hawkeye, yeah, if they had their own movie together, like maybe like a prequel where we got to see how they meet. Because, she alludes to it how, it was his mission to kill her and he couldn't do it. So I think he just ended up keeping an eye on her, making sure she stayed out of trouble. And then they both ended up in the Avengers together. I wonder, did she recruit him to the Avengers, or was he already part of the Avengers when she became?
You talking about?
Or S.H.I.E.L.D., I guess. S.H.I.E.L.D. more.
Black Widow?
Black Widow and Hawkeye.
I don't know. The movies don't really allude to it. All I know is in the Avengers she says something about, this is just like Budapest. Remember when he's like, you and I remember Budapest very differently.
Yeah.
But Iron Man, to me, when I saw it, a solid 10 out of 10. Perfect comedy, perfect action.
I think I saw it twice in theaters.
I think I did too. And that was the year, I think The Incredible Hulk came out.
I definitely saw Hulk twice.
The Dark Knight came out.
I saw Hulk twice within 24 hours. I saw it at the midnight showing, and then I saw it later that night, I think with you. At least one of those two times was with you.
Yeah, you're right. I think, yeah. I remember that now.
So, yeah, Iron Man was great. I definitely didn't see the connection happening as it was happening. Like, I saw that, like, after the credit scenes, and, what was the one after Iron Man? Was it Nick Fury?
It was, the first Nick Fury one. And I remember seeing that in theaters.
So they had to have some kind of a plan.
Yeah, I think they were just like, well, let's toss this out there and see what happens. Let's dip our big
We're
toe
not going
in
to
the
sell
water.
less movies for putting this.
Yeah, if this
Easter
isn't
egg
going
at
to
the
harm
end.
it in any way, if anything, it's going to boost it, which it did. Oh my God, they had Kevin Feige, or Feige, the guy behind all the movies. He knew what he was doing.
So you like the after credit scenes?
Yeah, I think they're good. Well, now it's become expected.
People
are genuinely pissed off when they don't have one.
See, I kind of don't like it.
I don't think every movie needs it, but I like to see like a little tease, like a little.
I kind of feel like they've
hint
run
at
their
what's
course
coming.
a little bit.
I picture it as like, that's the end of a book. Sometimes they have like a chapter from the next book as like a little tease. That's what that is.
You know what? I never read those.
Well, I do.
I don't like.
I read them twice.
I read This Book is Full of Spiders, and at the end it has a little section of the next book that the author was writing. Shout out to David Wong. I didn't read it because I don't want to get partway into a book and then have to wait. When I read a good book, I can't wait.
See, I'm not disappointed by spoilers at all. I'll read the back chapter of a book and not be phased.
Yeah, I'll
spark note a movie before I watch it.
I just think it's a cheap trick to get us to look at the credits. Because you could have just tacked that onto the end of the movie.
They want us to see all the names that took part in making
It's definitely a great business decision because they get us excited to watch the credits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So the movie ends and you start to feel this little bubble in your tummy like, oh, yeah, there's more. I think it's over, but is it really over?
The story of the movie ends and then they leave you wanting more. That's what the motto is, right? Always leave wanting more. And Marvel has perfected it.
I don't wait around for them if it's like the DVD. Like the ones that we watched.
Like you watched it in theaters, but on DVD you're like, fuck it.
Yeah, when I rewatched all the movies for this episode, I didn't watch them on purpose. Then I got on YouTube and typed in Marvel after credit and watched them all at once. Because I knew the connection already somewhat.
To me, one of the best things about Iron Man, and to me it set the bar for the whole franchise, villain. Jeff Bridges. Awesome. Oh, well, he's awesome in anything.
Jeff Bridges can do anything.
And like how his suit was basically what they found in the desert, right? The prototype, just more, the side, a brick shit house. It was awesome.
Yeah.
The technology, not robot, iron suit versus iron suit. Like
I do love the relationship between Tony Stark and the suit. They even touch on it in Avengers, I think.
His relationship with everyone in that movie, and how it was the same, but yet like it was always,
with everyone in Avengers,
romantically aimed with Pepper Potts, with the Rhodey. It was always sarcastic, like whatever you're.
Is it weird that I almost like Pepper Potts better than I like Robert Downey Jr. in that movie?
Yeah,
like I love her character.
I like Pepper Potts' character too. I like.
She's supposed to get her own suit. Like I don't think she will in the cinematic universe, but in the comics, she gets her own suit and she fights. I don't remember what her name is.
You haven't seen Iron Man 3?
She doesn't fight in the suit, does she? I have seen Iron Man 3.
No, I mean she gets spoiler-ish. She gets in the suit.
No, and like in the comics, she actually fights in the suit.
She's Rescue. Her name is Rescue.
Is it really?
Yeah. But But Iron Man 3 was like a little nod to that, like a little.
See, we know what happened.
Yeah.
We just don't have the room for it.
Yeah, for you fanboys, this is. What do you think?
That's awesome. Okay? Let's take a sidestep for a second. Who's your favorite love interest out of all?
Definitely Pepper.
You think Pepper? I thought that until I rewatched Captain America.
Ooh, okay, I totally forgot about her. Yeah, and they've done a lot with her.
Have they?
Yeah, she's got her own show now, Agent Carter.
Is that who that is?
Yeah,
I've never
that's
watched Agent Carter.
That's her show.
I felt so bad for her. I wasn't even like a huge Cap fan, but like when he didn't come back, like she's waiting for that dance, bro.
I was like, if you're not gonna take it, I'll take it. I'll take the dance. She turned down Bucky.
I'll step in. Did she?
Yeah, remember he tried she came into the bar with a red dress.
Oh yeah.
And Bucky, spit it off some line, and she's like, "I'm waiting for the right partner." And even I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah,
She's
great.
I'll be a Doug.
And not that I don't like Natalie Portman or Liv Tyler. I wasn't excited about.
Yeah, to me, she wasn't given anything to do.
And now he's kind of got his little thing with
Black Widow,
which is cool. Is she just like a homie hopper? Because she was kind of into Cap in The Winter Soldier, which we'll get into next week. But
part of that I think was role playing.
We'll get into it later. Because I thought that was a little
There's
odd.
definitely maybe a little connection there.
Shout out to homie hoppers though.
I did like
know
that
who you
term,
are.
Homie hopper.
You never heard that before?
I've never heard that before.
Take that home with you.
Gotta patent that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spread that around.
Hashtag homie hop.
I like that term.
Yeah.
And so obviously with the success of Iron Man, followed up was the Incredible Hulk. Now, did you like this one? Did you like this Incredible Hulk?
I definitely loved it the first time I saw it, and I still love it. I don't know why I led up with that.
I like it a lot. I feel like I like it more than most Marvel Cinematic Universe fans do, and I don't know why. The fight at the end with Abomination, awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
They let loose. I think it's better than his fight with Thor in Avengers.
The only thing I don't like about it, and I don't know how to put this the right way, because it's not that I don't like Edward Norton's performance. I don't like inconsistency. So, like, the first time I saw the Avengers, I didn't even know it was the same Hulk. I thought they were like, oh, now they're already redoing the Hulk.
But it's supposed to be the same guy.
It is the same guy. And it bugs me that it's a different actor. I don't know.
Same with War Machine.
Like, did they touch on it at all?
In War Machine?
No. Did they like, even hint to it? You know, in
No,
Roseanne,
no.
how they were like, wow, was it Becky? Wow, Becky, you look different. And then, like, on Scrubs, not JD, what's her name in Scrubs?
Well, I know wrote War Machine, they kind of said something. His first line in Iron Man 2, when he's in the courthouse and Iron Man says, "Didn't expect to see you here," and he's like, "It's me, I'm here, deal with it." That's like right up front, they're telling the audience, "It's me, Don Cheadle,
That
I'm
bugs
here,
me too.
deal with it."
That bugs me too. He did both of
Not
the
that
replacements. I think both of the replacements did better. So the replacement for the Hulk, I think, it's Ruffalo, right?
Okay, I can get what you're saying now. Yes. And I'm not dissing Terrence Howard or Edward Norton, right?
Correct.
But they did fine jobs. They did amazing jobs.
I read that they
But-
don't think that Edward Norton would have
He's not a collaborator.
a collaborator. That's exactly what they said.
He likes to rewrite a lot of his stuff before they film it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that.
And he offered to help Marvel. Like, Marvel was like, "No, we don't want you part of the Avengers at all." And then the director, that Louis Leterrier, he also offered his services. Like, just, hey, if you need whatever. And they were like, "No.
We got it.
Yeah, we're good, man. Thanks."
Sit back in your
But
little
they
chair.
let John Favreau produce.
Well, because
He's a producer of the
Because he's the
Avengers.
goose that laid the golden egg.
That's true. But, I mean, I would feel... And the Hulk, to me, it didn't super underperform box office-wise.
No, the Hulk was great.
It made, like, $300 million. But they're looking at Iron Man, which made, like, $700 million.
Well, I heard Norton tried to backpedal and say, I decided not to be part of the Avengers.
Yeah.
And his agent was like, we feel like you guys are just trying to make him look bad, and I don't know.
Now, he's also one of the few that people say Marvel kind of blackballed, Like, same with Terrence Howard. They supposedly didn't bring him back because they weren't happy with his performance. He shouldn't have made the money he did with the performance he gave.
Terrence Howard kind of blackballed himself. Have you heard about Terrence Howard math? He's got this whole system of beliefs, and I'm not super sure about it, but I know that he's fairly confident that 1 + 1 = 3. so you can do some looking into that yourself if you'd like.
Yeah, he's
But,
already off my list now.
He's done some things. I'm not saying he's a bad guy or a bad actor, but
He's got his he's got his.
Let me throw this your way. To make an omelet, sometimes you got to break a few eggs.
That's true.
Sorry, Edward Norton.
You were one of the eggs.
We love you. I mean,
Oh, he wasn't one of the eggs?
Primal Fear. I'm all about that.
American History X?
Some people might disagree. Death to Smoochie. Love it.
Never saw it.
Love Death to Smoochie.
Fart Club.
I think that was Danny
Ooh,
DeVito.
Fight Club? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
can't even forget Fight
all
Club.
right, yeah.
So sorry. Move on.
Yeah, I mean, I was disappointed at first. I think a lot of people were disappointed. And then
I was really
Then when they
disappointed.
saw Ruffalo, they were like, "Who's Edward Norton? Who's
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that other guy. Fuck him.
That's cool. He got lucky because he didn't get lucky. He's talented, but
He got lucky. He was accepted the way he was. Like Ruffalo stepped into the shoes, and I don't know one person that was like, "No, Ruffalo sucked."
I think maybe if the movie wasn't good, they could have maybe used him to
Yeah, like
aim
he's
some of the
reason-
hate at.
He's the reason why.
I don't think they would have said he's the whole reason, but then be like, well, this and that plus Norton. But I think Avengers was so good, it was such a shining star that people were like, okay, yep, this is the Hulk now.
Right.
He's always angry. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. This is our guy.
Yeah,
It's always
he's
been
great.
him.
He's great.
I was surprised.
He definitely got the better lines with the
Yeah.
I'm always angry and the
I think he just got a better
puny god or
he had a
whatever.
better portrayal of Hulk. Edward Norton was like, "Oh no, I'll never be happy until I find a cure." And Bruce Banner's like, this guy's like,
But it's
"I'm
the
all
same
about
person."
yeah, true.
So he's just got a better grasp
I'm
on
saying,
it.
yeah, I'm saying he
So
got
the script worked
he got
better
the
for
better
him.
treatment of the
got the
character
better
than
script.
Norton did. But I do like William Ross, General Ross, right?
Who is
the
he?
bad
Oh.
guy of the Hulk. He's going to be in
The father.
Civil War.
The father?
Yes,
Okay.
he is in Civil War. He's upgraded a little bit in stature, right? Because he's like a colonel. Now he's like
Does that have anything to do with like the end credit scene on that when
Tony Stark comes in?
we're building a team? Because I thought he was just talking about the Hulk.
Yeah, they were talking about the Hulk.
Okay.
He
What
came
part
into-
does he play
he
later,
came into
if you know?
Well, he's not in any of the movies until Civil War.
Yeah, but I mean, in Civil War, what does he do?
I'm not sure. He obviously has to know about the Hulk, so he can attest to the Avengers causing endless damage, right? The Hulk himself said, "Last time I was in New York, I broke Harlem," right?
Yeah.
So he can be like, "Look, the Hulk himself can do this. You guys helped destroy New York. You destroyed Sokovia."
Is he a bad guy in Civil War? The general?
I think he's just aimed that way. Like
Yeah.
he's just doing his job. Really, I guess is what it comes down to. But we're gonna get all into that next week. Phase 2, Phase 3.
Whatever happened to the doctor that helped the Hulk out, Mr. Blue?
See, in the comics, he becomes a bad guy known as the Leader. That stuff fell on his head, right? And it
And it
starts
was like
mutating.
bubbling. That's what I'm saying.
He's got like
That's
a
what
big
I'm saying.
brain. They set up for like a sequel, right?
Yeah.
Abomination's not dead. The Leader was right in the making, and then it just underperformed, and a sequel never went anywhere.
I was
And now
wondering why
they've been so scared to make a sequel.
I was wondering why the Hulk never got a sequel. I thought it was just because they switched Edward Norton, and they're like, let's not put the spotlight on the Hulk.
Had it done well, I think they would have pushed a sequel, and we would have had an entirely different Phase 1. Because back then, I think they were kind of going off.
Feel.
Iron Man made a bunch of money, so what they do? They made another one. It's their third movie. So with Iron Man, the Hulk, Iron Man 2. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of like
So they-
Captain
so they
America,
did-
movie, Captain America 2.
So they did Iron Man.
Right.
Did great. Then they did
Did
the Hulk.
amazing.
Did good, but it didn't do as good.
Right.
So they're like, let's do more of the same. We know Iron Man worked. Let's do Iron Man 2. And they're like, we introduced Black Widow, and we're kind of going in a direction. Let's
yeah.
throw Captain America
After
at people.
the 2 end credit scenes, they knew with Iron Man 2, we have Nick Fury. We need to bring in someone else and really get this going.
Yeah.
So they got brought in Black Widow, like you said. Now, what do you think of her?
She's awesome. I think she does a great job.
After seeing Iron Man 2 again, and I think people would disagree and say that that's probably her worst performance as Black Widow, but
And Iron Man 3?
Iron Man 2.
Oh, Iron Man 2? What? I thought she did great.
I think she's a good Black Widow. I don't think she's a great Black Widow.
Who would have been better?
Emily Blunt was in talks to play.
who's
like,
that?
she was offered the role. You ever see The Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise?
I haven't.
You ever see Gulliver's Travels with Jack Black?
I haven't. I just don't know who she is.
Yeah.
I think she's doing great.
I've got no problem with Johansson. I just thought there could have been someone better. They did the same, like they did that she's like, oh, I'm Russian. Oh, but I was raised here, you know? Like, they snip off her comic book origin. Like Emil Blonsky in The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's Russian, raised in England because Tim Roth is English. No. If he's Russian, damn it, make him Russian.
I think Tim Roth did a good job.
I think he did too. But
Do you think it would have been... You know who they should have done? Dave Duchovny. That dude's Russian.
Is he?
Yeah. You know, he got in trouble for doing, getting a little sidetracked here. He did a Russian commercial, like a beer commercial, and he had to apologize because of our, America and Russia's past. But he is Russian. Like, he was born in Russia, so he just did a beer commercial. And the whole premise of the commercial was, what if I was Russian? Like, what if I grew up in Russian? I wouldn't have
David Duchovny.
I wouldn't have the same connections. I would have a totally different life. Blah blah blah. Drink this beer, and then he had to apologize. People were all upset because he did this commercial.
It's a job, you know.
You're
gonna get mad at him for acting. It's
he's
a
Scully
job.
or Mulder. I didn't watch X-Files enough to remember which was which.
He stopped Aliens and X-Files and the movie Evolution. Funny movie, by the way.
I never watched it.
It's really Sean William Scott, Orlando Bloom.
I love Sean William Scott.
Yeah. Oh my God, Stifler, greatest potty mouth character in.
Did you ever
movie
see Balls
history.
Out? Gary the tennis coach.
No, I watched.
No one I ever talked to.
You
has
watched The
seen it.
Goon?
Yeah, I
The
watched
hockey
Goon.
one? It was all right.
I thought it was good.
I didn't finish it. But back to Marvel Cinematic War, Cinematic Universe.
Cinematic War.
It could happen.
We're coming for you, cinema.
It could happen. Iron Man 2. To me, now here's where maybe the first sign of the villains not living up to what they could have been.
I thought he was cool.
Which one?
With the whips. What was his name?
Whiplash?
Is that his name?
And
That's a cool name.
Ivan Vanko,
That's a cool name.
Mickey Rourke.
It's
Yeah,
a Whiplash?
Whiplash.
That's
a
kinda
badass
cool.
name.
And his weapon is totally awesome.
He was the cooler villain.
Okay, hold on.
But they didn't give him.
Let's
the
talk
screen
about
time
him
he
for a
deserved.
second, because I thought he was... Like, those whips, what a cool invention. Like, what a cool way to
Exactly.
take on Iron Man.
Like, same technology. Right after he was like 5-10 years away, Justin Hammer 20. Huh, you guys all suck. They brought in Justin Hammer to limelight the villain role, and to me that was no, that is not the way to go.
You know, he was
Because
almost
the-
Iron Man.
Yeah.
He was considered
That's why
for
they
Iron Man.
that's why they brought him in number 2, because the director liked him so much.
You didn't think he did a good job?
I'm not saying that. I think he did a good job. I think
The other villain should have been
the
more
other one
prominent.
yes. And this is where the trailers made him look scary.
I want my bird.
Just like Ultron, they made him look scary, and then it wasn't. He wasn't scary. And that to me is like, I'm tired of seeing villains being portrayed as coming off as like scary, intimidating, you know? And then they're not.
Yeah, I guess.
And Iron Man 3, which we'll talk about next week, has the same problem. Same with Avengers Ultron, of Age of Ultron.
I think I've said
Which-
it on the podcast before, but I don't remember it. I was way too drunk in the theater.
For Iron Man 3,
No, for Avengers 2.
well, you're gonna be.
I'm
Stoked.
gonna rewatch it.
You're gonna
and-
like it. It's amazing.
You think so?
But Iron Man 2, building off what they've already set up. Nick Fury, we get War Machine. He could have looked a little better. I think he looks better as we've seen him progress in the movies.
I think he's fine. I think Iron Man 2 was fine. I don't think it was Iron Man 1. I don't
gets
think it
a
was as
lot of
good.
hate, but I liked Iron Man 2. The only problem I have with it, if I was to say any problem, is the ending. You don't get enough fight time with Whiplash. He finally has this awesome suit, perfected his whips, deduced in like 5 minutes because they were too busy taking out 1,000 drones or whatever.
I thought the drones were cool.
I thought the drones were cool too. All I'm saying is Whiplash was just totally underused, and to me that just
You're right.
kind of
You're probably right.
just kind of set the whole movie. I like we start to see the different ways Iron Man puts on his suit.
Yeah.
The suitcase, Hogan's with the chain, right, going like Pulp Fiction style with handcuffed to him, like, motherfucker, this is a soul. You know, like.
That was so cool, but I don't know. It shocks me as so implausible. Like, it's all implausible.
Oh, don't be like this.
Don't
be like this.
It's all implausible, but
No.
how can that much tech? How can that much tech fit in one briefcase?
Because he's Tony fucking Stark.
Now, I think it maybe would be cooler if he had like something
Like simpler?
substitutable. So it's not a full suit, but maybe
Like
just
something is simple up. Like
maybe
a
just
simple,
gloves. Just gloves and shoes, right? So then he could still blast and he could still float.
Maybe like a structure frame
So-
with it so he could like
Yeah. So he's not. So he's still kind of exposed, and I don't know if that's in the comics. And maybe
Maybe there is something like that. I don't know.
maybe the suitcase is in the comics.
Yeah, I'm not an Iron Man. It is based on. I heard that's the Silver Centurion armor,
Yeah,
which it's a suit in the comics.
I'm gonna agree with you and assume you know what you're talking about.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna assume. I hope.
So
I
it was cool. I definitely can suspend my disbelief.
It's cool because it's to look cool. That's all it is. You know.
When I go into a superhero movie, I have to suspend all disbelief and just pretend that it's a different universe where a lot more is possible.
And you start to see and especially in Iron Man 1, and it progresses in Iron Man 2, how realistic I think the movie was, like how grounded it was meant to be. Like Iron Man, he's fighting like terrorists, taking on like tanks and machine guns, and then there's the suit at the end, obviously.
Yeah.
But then it's like every movie after that, like Iron Man 3, he's up to fighting extremist creatures and like the suit's gone wild and it's
So you think you get less grounded in reality?
yes, which isn't a bad thing.
That's cool.
I just like
Because
seeing
magic
how
is like there's magic in this
they're
universe.
moving along with how the universe flows, and I like that.
I love the mixture between technology, brute strength, magic, training. Like there's just so many
Yeah,
different, like a god. There's a god. I feel like the powers are a little oddly weighted. I feel like there's some that are clearly way stronger than other Avengers.
there is.
Like,
I think that's how it's meant to be.
Like Thor, a god. Hulk, pretty much invincible. And then you got Tony Stark, very invincible.
Captain America,
Arguably the most invincible.
Tony Stark.
Yes.
No, man, you got Hawkeye and Black Widow.
No. Well, okay. True. I'm
They
talking.
don't have anything.
I'm almost not talking about Hawkeye and Black
Okay.
Widow.
You're talking
I
like-
respect the hell out of them.
Right,
They're the
yeah.
Krillins of the Avengers.
They're always there for the
They're
fight.
always there.
But they'd be the first to die. Let's
Yeah.
just
And that's brave. What, Yamcha and Krillin?
the Krillins.
Yamcha and Krillin.
Do not say Yamcha. Yamcha after like
Yamcha was the one that was always
after,
getting beat up,
4
right?
seasons, he was like, "Oh, fuck this, I'm done. Fuck you guys."
Well,
Hey, I'm
we're
gonna
not
go
3 or
watch
4
at
seasons
Master
in.
Roshi's house.
We're not 3 or 4 seasons in. One of them might bail or die.
We're 3 or 4 phases in. Oh,
Who would you rather live without, Hawkeye or Black Widow?
We've seen enough Black Widow. I want Barton to have more time.
Really? He's not as pretty.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I said. Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't want to be. I'm not that guy to take it back, even if I know it's wrong. Fuck you.
Set in your ways.
Yes, I am.
You just took it back.
How about you know what? I think I would just cut the wire.
Cut the wire.
Avengers? Huh?
Red one or the
Huh?
green one?
No, I don't remember that part.
You don't remember that?
Which one was it?
It was the Avengers when Cap and him are like face to face arguing with each other in the science lab.
Tony Stark and
Captain America.
Captain America. I love that. Is that like foreshadowing for Civil War?
Lay down on the wire, let the other guy walk over you. It's like I think I just cut the wire.
Yeah, yeah. But, like, is that foreshadowing towards Civil War though?
I think. Well, even when the Avengers comics first came out, way before Civil War was even a thing, I think they always kind of butted heads. So I think they showed that because it's about Cap trying to get the team together. Like we need to work together. Tony, you're just the man who's always going out doing what he wants.
Yeah.
So I think is that plus some comics plus maybe if we get the chance to do a Civil War, this is just sitting groundwork. Either way, Tony's
I love
the
their
arrogant
argument.
ass and Cap is the Boy Scout.
I love their argument. What are you without the suit?
Oh, I know.
Millionaire,
Everything-
playboy, philanthropist.
genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Yeah, and then he's like everything special about you came out of a bottle.
Yeah.
Because at first, Cap, I was like, yeah, what are you without your suit, you little bitch? And then I was like, oh shit, he's totally right. Yeah,
Yeah.
what are you?
Dude, yeah, that's
You're
when
you're
he
just a
says
little
that,
scrawny dude with
you
a bunch
almost
of
just-
cool drugs.
You almost just want Tony Stark to be like, mic drop.
Yeah, because he
What do you got,
definitely
Cap?
won that argument.
What do you got? I built my shit. You were a volunteer.
Now, I
You
just want to
couldn't
point
even
out.
be in the
I just
army.
want to point out your argument just switched from Batman and Superman when you were talking about how, Batman needed all this planning to beat Superman, but all Superman is just from a different planet. Like that's the only reason he's better than Batman. Batman's worked for everything. Batman's just a dude who, trained and he's got some money.
Yeah.
But
Batman
so did
is-
Tony Stark. Tony Stark definitely got his fortune dropped on him too.
Yeah.
And I almost like his dad more than I like him. I really like the guy who played his dad too.
Which one? In Cap or in Iron Man 2? Two different guys.
Cap.
Okay. Dominic Cooper.
I thought he did a really good job.
Yeah, and he plays him in Agent Carter as well.
Really?
Yeah,
I
so
think
he's
he
one
did
of
a
those.
really
He's
good
got to
job.
keep his character. Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah.
He did good. Fair enough.
But everything special about you came out of a bottle. That was just such a good line.
That was a good line.
Okay, so it's all unweighted. So Thor and Hulk, if they just teamed up, there would be no Civil War, I think. You know what I mean?
It'd be the whole universe versus them too.
Yeah, I think they would still win almost.
Yeah.
I tried to put a bullet in my mouth and the big guy spit it out. Like,
Speaking of Thor, I had a hard time getting motivation to watch it, man. Thor to me is the weakest link of the Marvel universe so far.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Do you feel that way?
Yeah, definitely.
And I hate to say it. And I have trouble pinpointing exactly what it is.
So the guy they picked to play Thor
Chris Hemsworth.
nails it.
Okay, all right.
I think he nails it. I think he's good.
He nails the, you people are so petty. He nails that bravado.
What else is there?
Tell
me what else there
it's
is.
His acting, his overall acting. To me
I think
just
he's great.
doesn't-
I think he plays the out of touch alien god, the out of touch alien god. I think he plays it well.
He does a fine job. I can't overall complain about it. He's definitely got the size, the look. The costumes have all been cool. The problem I had with the first Thor movie is I liked it more than I saw it. Or I liked it more when I first saw it than I do now. I'll say that.
I'm backwards. I'm opposite on that. But
Okay.
we'll get to it.
I thought it was too lighthearted for a Thor. I always pictured Thor as like a little more darker, like fighting like fantastical beasts. Maybe not. I'm not talking like
But he fought the Frost
the
Giants.
fucking Chronicles of Narnia beasts or anything. True.
And what was it? The Guardian? Is that what he's called?
Oh, Ultron?
The metal
No,
guy
not the.
with the fire.
Yeah, damn it.
The Guardian, right?
The Destroyer?
Destroyer, something like that.
Yeah, the Destroyer.
Oh, Destroyer Guardian, whatever. I thought he was cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Okay, so
Okay. And then, like, swinging the hammer to fly. I get it if that's in the comics, but I was like, what are you doing? Just
the weight of the hammer carries him. Like,
I guess I would just toss it and go with it. The swinging thing to me, it just looked. Bringing it into the movie looked dumb.
maybe if they had like a longer rope on it.
I think it's pretty cool, and I don't know. I have a lot of things that I do throughout my day that are exactly like that, so I don't blame him at all. I just want to commend,
Swing something around and follow the weight of it.
Yeah, I just want to commend his like projection skills to like just throw his hammer and be like, oh yeah, I landed where I was supposed to be.
Okay, well he's a god, so let's put it into perspective.
Hey, a real guy can fly.
I bet an ant is pretty impressed with the things that I can do. That's pretty normal. So.
And it's like, you see him open that car door? Damn, he opened that car door.
He pulled it right open. I can never do that. Unless it weighed about 10 times the
It
amount
opened
that I
all
weigh.
the way and closed.
So let me give you my take on Thor.
Okay.
I think Chris Hemsworth did a great job. I think Natalie Portman did a good job.
Okay.
I think Loki did a good job.
Oh, Loki is one of the best parts of Thor.
I think Thor's dad. I think the acting was fine, right?
Overall, yeah. I guess I'll say that.
The visuals were pretty good. I really like the guy who guards the gate.
Heimdall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked the Rainbow Bridge. The portrayal
Rainbow
of
Bridge
it.
was cool?
In the comics, it was like legit rainbow
Yeah.
and like a bridge. Like, think like My Little Pony style or something. Like,
or
Lucky
like
Charms
Rainbow
guy.
Road on like
Mario
Kart?
Lucky Charms.
like Rainbow Road on Mario Kart, kind of.
Yeah.
But like even.
But this is
even
like,
less.
They made
cool.
it just like a rainbow sheer.
Yeah.
And I was like, that looks so much better. Because I was gonna be like I could just see them being like, I'm gonna take the purple lane to Asgard. I'm gonna take the red lane to Asgard. And now it's like, this looks way.
It was
better.
cool, but I don't. For some reason, the story just didn't grab me. Maybe. I feel like there was a lot of great ingredients in Thor, and I feel like it's like when you're cooking a meal and you feel like you're nailing it and you got all the right ingredients, and then you taste it and it's not good.
Something you can't pinpoint is a miss.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Thor.
And the first time I watched it, I barely even remembered it because I didn't like it. And then this time I watched it and I liked it a lot more than the first time, but it's still the weakest link.
I liked it less this time, but I agree it's the weakest link. I didn't like the intern. Get rid of the interns. Like, you made Thor have enough humor to me without her being like additional and almost like dopey humor.
I think she was okay, man.
It was just over the top. Maybe just cut her lines in half. I think it was just over the top. I don't mind the chick, Kat Dennings. She's all right, I guess.
Two Broke Girls, that show's terrible.
Yeah, oh God. Yeah.
She's the one in that, right?
Yeah, it is awful. But the look of Asgard.
I think she was also in Charlie Bartlett. Did you ever see that?
She was in Charlie Bartlett.
That movie
She
was
was in
pretty good.
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
I never watched that.
I think that was her. I don't know. But Odin was awesome. Like you said, Loki was the best part. Tom Hiddleston, Loki, dude, that guy's he could play the Joker with that face, that elongated, like,
Yeah.
he is.
I heard he was also considered for Thor.
I think he auditioned for Thor.
He was considered for Thor, and then they put him as Loki, and they picked Hemsworth. And I think he's doing great.
They picked Chris Hemsworth over the younger Hemsworth, Liam, the Hunger Games guy.
The one
Plays Gale.
Okay.
Not the main guy. Not Peter Malarkey or whatever.
Oh, okay.
He's in Expendables 2.
I've never seen the Expendables.
I don't know. He's all right. They definitely chose the better Hemsworth, I think. But it was.
So Thor, I definitely would probably give, I guess, a 7 out of 10.
I would say it's 6.5, 7.
Everything else, at least an
I
8.
didn't-
If not like a 9 or I'd give Avengers a 10.
To me,
probably.
they always Hemsworth is such a big guy. Getting Thor's hair to look good to me is really hard. The first one was like too short, almost like bobbed weird. I don't know.
I thought it was fine.
And then like the Avengers, it was longer, and I don't know if I just wasn't used to it yet, but I was like, okay, we're kind of getting there. And then maybe Thor 2, I think they kind of had it right, but definitely had like a medieval kind of like a feel to it, like a hairstyle out of Lord of the Rings. Thor, I don't know. Thor to me is just he's hard to get it right, and I don't even like the guy that much.
Should we get to the main event? The Avengers?
What about Cap?
I thought we talked about Cap.
Kind of touched on Cap. Now this is where another one equal to Jeff Bridges, Hugo Weaving as Red Skull, amazing villain.
That was great.
That was amazing. Loki was amazing. Red Skull is amazing. Jeff Bridges is amazing.
Did we get
Phase 1 definitely has the better villains. I don't know if you've seen all of Phase 2 movies.
I haven't seen
I'm not going to spoiler. I'm not going to spoil much of them. But Phase 1 definitely, I think, has overall the better villains.
Phase 2 has the best movie?
Which one's that?
We'll get to that tomorrow.
Okay. Next week.
Next week. Cap, I didn't like Cap the first time I saw it. I fell asleep.
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't give it another chance until this last week.
And you liked it?
Yeah, I definitely liked it a lot more this time.
I like
See, my order had Thor above Cap until this week, and then they switched places.
Wow, okay.
And actually, after I watched Captain America 2, I actually started questioning my choice between Cap and Iron Man. I'm still Team Iron Man, for sure, but I definitely have a lot more respect for Captain America.
Right.
And I've been against Captain America from day one.
Captain America to me is...
I don't like the gimmick. I don't like the, ooh, yeah, America. Like, I don't know. It's just too America for me. You know?
You almost just be Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
But he's cool. He's cool enough.
Yeah, Chris Evans. I was kind of iffy at first when he got cast. I mean, he was always kind of known as like
The Human Torch.
a goofy guy and
Yeah.
Human Torch. I think like not another teen movie. You know, like
I think he was in Scott Pilgrim, and he did a great...
he wasn't Scott Pilgrim. He was in that movie Push,
I can't wait till you get to watch that movie.
Cellular. The guy's definitely done a lot of stuff.
He's cool.
And
He's
yeah.
doing great as Captain.
Oh yeah, he kills it. He's got that all-American Captain America look. You know, like
That,
that pretty boy all-American.
yeah,
buff
definitely.
as fuck.
Quarterback.
Yeah, God, he does it. He does it so well.
And he kind of plays the, I'm a lady killer, but I don't really acknowledge it
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah.
The shy, like...
I know I'm a lady killer, but I'm not going to acknowledge I'm a lady killer.
Or maybe I don't know it, but I should know it because
Yeah.
I'm just handsome.
Yeah.
Because I'm just really handsome.
And like he slowly, when before he gets big, and they have that CGI body, for Chris Evans, I was like, oh my God, that is just. I was worried about how they do it.
It was a little off-putting, actually.
Sometimes
The head seemed a little too big.
Yeah, sometimes it looked.
Sometimes
a
the
little
head didn't
bobbleheadish,
match the body.
but other times,
But almost in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of pleasant to the eyes. Like, I felt like I should have been upset about it, but I was kind of into it.
I'm glad they were able to do something. Because the whole time I'm sitting there like, oh, they're going to get a small kid and just, have Chris Evans be the big Captain America.
I didn't know that he got so much bigger. When I first saw it, I was like, I thought that was supposed to be the Human Torch. Like, I thought it was a different actor. But I was like, no, his head's really big. That's got to be him. Maybe he gets bigger. And then he got bigger, and I was...
Yeah. And then
I fell asleep.
He was jacked. I guess I like that it was in almost like a capsule. You didn't get to see it. It's all part of like the mystery, the suspense, building up to it. And then when the chamber opens up and he's like gleaming with like sweat, and you can tell like, oh my God.
See, that's a point where I have to suspend disbelief too. Like, how are your muscles going to get that big?
Without stretch marks?
Yeah. No, well, that's another thing I think about the Hulk too. I'm like, getting pretty big. And then like he weighs so much more. And I'm like, how are you packing on mass? But then I thought about it, and I guess his cells must be just...
expanding?
What would you say? Not multiplying, but I guess multiplying. His cells are just asexually reproducing.
Right.
Making more of themselves. But then where do they go when he turns back? Does he like shed something? Or does it just like...
It all just
I got a lot of questions for you, Hulk. Hit me up. At the Cinamen.
Leave those comments on our page, please. So we
or our Twitter or Facebook, we'll respond anywhere you leave it.
Captain America did a lot. You establish the first Avenger, right? Captain America, you get all of his origins. And it also sets up the base of almost the rest of the Marvel Universe spotted here and there.
How so?
Hydra.
Oh, Hail Hydra.
When Red Skull goes in there and he gets the Tesseract, or the cube, which becomes Tesseract, which is an Infinity Stone, as we later on find out. Yeah, they set up a lot, obviously, for the Avengers. I was just really impressed. I was a little worried that it was going to be a World War II piece. And then upon seeing it, I was like, this was needed. This was greatly needed.
I love Hydra a lot. I love their motto, cut off one head and two grow in its place.
Oh, yeah.
I like that a lot. I
almost like that they play up the whole Nazi era of World War II. They're using supernatural stuff, right? Like they're rumored to have been doing.
Yeah.
And like the scientist, it's like that mad scientist I feel like. This can power my machines. Oh, it's a mystical cube. And I was into it.
I'm going to pull off my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
He's like,
it was cool.
I'm a super soldier, but it burned me.
I'd say it definitely moved up ahead of Iron Man 2 on my list. Maybe above Hulk. Man, it kind of skipped pretty high in the list, actually.
Captain America, the first one?
Yeah.
I like it more and more. I liked it a lot when I first saw it, but I like it more and more every time I see it.
If you had to rank all the movies in Phase 1.
In order.
Yeah, from worst to best. Let's go backwards order. So we
Worst
can
to
build
best.
up to the best.
Okay. Thor, Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk, Cap, Iron Man, Avengers.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's exactly how I feel.
Not that they're all super spaced apart. After it's like Thor's at the very bottom. Iron Man 2's a little bit above that. And then Hulk's above that. And then like Cap, Iron Man, and Avengers are like millimeters apart.
So I think it goes Thor 7.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree. 7 out of 10.
I'd
say maybe like 6.5.
I'll give Iron Man 2 7.5.
I'll agree with that.
And then Cap.
Incredible
Hulk. Hulk. So I do Hulk. I'll do 7.5 for Hulk. I'm going to say 8 almost.
Same here.
And then 8.
I'm going to say like 7.8.
Yeah, okay, that's good. 8 for Captain America. 9 for Iron Man 1. I'm going to give Avengers a 10.
I agree. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
It's a very slow scale.
Right.
So I'd say from 7 to 10, it just slowly climbs.
I want to know what happened to the Red Skull.
Was it not conclusive?
It's just, I mean, what?
He's probably dead. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I guess like evaporated or disappeared somewhere. But remember, Loki disappeared as well, and obviously he came back to be the bad guy of Avengers.
Loki's a god.
True. But Red Skull is a super soldier.
I think we have to approach Thor in a completely different light because he is a god. A demigod. They're invincible, but barely.
Right, yeah. Loki's like traveling all through like space and whatnot. I was a little depressed. Well, I guess Cap kind of had an after credit scene where he's like punching the bag and Fury comes in.
But they used that as the beginning.
It's also a scene in the Avengers.
It was like the very beginning of Avengers. Not the very. Was it the very first?
And I remember the Avengers. Me, my brother, and Derek. We went We got to the theater at 7 at night for a midnight showing. We were the first ones there.
I love how it's a midnight showing. Now it starts at like 7.
Yeah, back then this was real midnight showings, legit midnight.
But you just said 7. Oh, you got there at 7?
We got there at 7.
Oh, why
we
would you
waited
do that?
5 hours. We were the first ones in line at the
Did
theater.
I see you at that showing?
Me?
I think I might have like saw you in the lobby or something. Like I don't think we went together, but I think we were both there.
It was awesome. I mean, that's the longest I've ever waited. Worth every minute.
It was fantastic.
I will say.
Okay, keep in mind that I said my favorite is in Phase 2, and I gave Avengers a 10. So I think very highly of my favorite movie.
Is it Cap 2?
Man, you're just gonna have to wait, dude.
Damn it! I don't want to wait. Fine, I'll wait. It's only a week. You'll die in 7 days. I didn't like Cap's costume in the Avengers.
Why?
It was almost too Halloween costume-ish to me. Like it was just so.
Was that the one Coulson was like? I kind of had some input.
Yeah, and I was like, Coulson.
I loved his dude. I loved it. I loved his little side thing with.
I
like
like Coulson.
With
I blame him for the costume.
With the trading cards.
Yeah. And of course he.
You didn't get around to signing him.
Yeah. And of course he obviously ended up being alive when he came back for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, so he's been alive? I didn't watch it
the whole time. He's been. It was one of those. The show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ties into the cinematic universe, but none of the Avengers seem to know that. Oh, Coulson faked his death.
I heard Superman ruined death for comics.
What do you
Justin,
mean?
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So they kill
comics.
Superman off, right?
Right. Like,
it's a big deal.
Right.
When it actually happens for the first time, people are like, a national treasure. Superman is dead.
Yeah, America's like God's gift to Earth.
And was it the next issue? And they were just like, "Psych, he's back."
It wasn't the next issue.
I think they played around with a couple different Supermans, and they
did.
were like, "Oh, well, it was just the thing. He needed Lois Lane's love, and now he's back."
Was that what it was?
No, I think it was
Sleeping
something.
Beauty?
Yeah, he goes.
He wasn't really
goes
dead.
into some sort of sleeping state.
Yeah.
and
To,
that's
to,
how-
to heal himself.
Yeah.
And after that, death is dead in comics because so many superheroes have come back from the dead.
Well, look at Marvel.
Superman.
There's no
killed
finality
death.
to it. There's no Superman. Superman is so strong that he murdered death.
Just in the Marvel universe, Loki has quote unquote died and come back twice. Agent
Loki's a
Coulson
god.
quote unquote died and came back. Nick Fury quote unquote died and came back.
But Nick Fury didn't die though. Superman died.
No, I'm saying, but
Fake out. I think
in the movies,
I'm talking about. There's a
we're
difference between like, psych, I didn't die, to like, I died and now I'm not dead. Right? I guess Superman didn't technically die since he
it's the
was
same
in his
thing.
little.
It's just a comic.
his
You gotta
whiny,
wait till
his whiny
yeah,
coma thing.
yeah. And they had the Force Superman.
It's a little unfair. You could reboot him in just like a different storyline. You don't have to just like bring him back from the dead.
I don't know. Loki as the bad guy in the Avengers. You were totally for it.
Yeah, it was cool.
If they're gonna bring back anyone, bring back Loki.
I like Loki a lot.
Okay, right.
I liked his little ploy to get the Hulk angry.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't know Hulk is always angry.
And that whole battle of New York. Oh my God.
Don't they reference that in the TV show?
Yeah.
Like, I want to say it's Jessica Jones. Someone's getting shown an apartment, and they're like, "Yeah, this part didn't even get affected by the event."
Yeah, they talk about it some in Daredevil, I believe.
Or maybe it was
it's
Daredevil.
definitely a thing that plays out through the rest of the movies. I mean, in the Civil War trailer, they talk about New York, Sokovia, which is Avengers 2. So, I mean, it's definitely something that this is canon. Everyone knows the Avengers were there when New York got raided by aliens.
Yeah.
Should they or should they not be held responsible?
No, obviously not. You're welcome. We saved you.
That's what I think.
But if it wasn't for Thor, would Loki have ever come to Earth? I don't know the backstory.
Well, that's what they talk about, remember? When then they're like, why do you have all this Hydra shit? And Nick Fury's like, because of him. Thor. When you came and brought that destroyer to Earth, you had to prepare us for a higher form of war. And so obviously...
It's almost the same question as in Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah. Without Superman, that's how everyone came there, you know?
But Thor didn't choose to come to Earth, though, right?
No, he got banished here.
Right. So how could they put that off?
Yeah,
on Thor?
and I guess...
So I guess it's Odin's
Well,
fault.
even if he was like, well, Fury, well, it's my dad's fault. Fury's going to be like, you think I give a fuck?
And they
Is
reference
Odin
in
dead?
the Thor movie that Odin always has a plan.
Is Odin still
always
alive?
knows what he's
In
doing.
the second one?
Oh, Justin, hold on. We got to talk about that next week.
Okay.
After you have not seen Thor 2?
I watched Thor 2 and Cap 2 already.
Well, I'll talk about it next week. What were you saying, Justin?
So Odin, it's his wife always says, he always has a plan. So it's like it's almost the question of, does he know everything that's going on?
Did we watch Thor together?
We watched it.
Okay, that's the only one we watched together, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Odin's just like, cast Thor to Earth. Oh, what are the repercussions? Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm on Asgard.
Yeah, I'm not on Earth.
Yeah.
I'm a god.
What repercussions?
Oh, Earth? Where did I send him? Oh, Earth?
You mean that shithole planet without gods?
Don't worry, Thanos.
That planet where they're...
Thanos is going to take care of that in a couple years anyway.
Yeah. He's like, I got a big purple friend, looks like a gorilla, ready to come down there.
Oh, you got a big green guy? We got a big purple guy coming. Yeah. And he's obviously not with Odin. Well, I don't think he's with Odin.
He's like, we don't like green. Purple's our color. What's up?
But my pants are purple. What'd you think about the little, like, the joke with the purple stretchy pants?
I liked it. I mean, it's cool.
I thought it was... I think
he's watching a show in the movie with Bill Bixby, who is the Hulk from the old TV show.
Well,
so
Lou Ferrigno was in it.
He's a security guard, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was in the 2003 Hulk.
I don't know. He was a Hulk at some point.
Yeah, he's the OG Hulk, man. I like that he'll do the mocap, the motion capture. He'll do the voice. I like that he's retained, kind of like, oh, you want the Hulk? Get Lou Ferrigno too. Oh, you don't like it? Too bad.
Lou Ferrigno is Hulk.
Look at Lou Ferrigno and tell him no. You can't. He'll punch your head right off your body.
Was he Bruce Banner too, or was he just the Hulk?
He was just the Hulk. Bill Bixby, the guy, Edward Norton's watching some TV show, and the guy on TV, that was him.
Was that when he was trying to learn the language?
Maybe, yeah. I don't remember what happens in the TV show.
Yeah, I don't either.
But that's like their nod, like, oh, that guy played the Hulk, and he's watching a movie with him, huh?
That's awesome. I love little Easter eggs like that.
Oh, yeah. The only thing about Avengers, I liked it a lot.
That's the only thing?
But I wish, yeah. that's the main bottom point, bottom line.
Avengers.
I wish
like
it showed more of a struggle amongst the team instead of just Iron Man. Like, I wanted to see...
We're about to get a whole movie about it.
That's true.
Except for, which I guess we'll talk about it in episode 3, but Hulk and Thor aren't invited to the party.
No.
That's kind of messed up. You think it's too expensive?
Well, yeah, and it's part of, contractually... they're only contracted for
I can't
6
wait
movies.
for the Civil War episode.
Oh, I know. Well, remember, Thor at the end... without spoiling it. At the end of Avengers 2, Thor is, forced to leave to go do his own thing, setting up for Thor 3. The Hulk takes off.
I don't remember. Like, I told you I don't remember.
Yeah. I can see why... they're not in the comics, though. Hulk and Thor aren't in the Civil War comic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a Hulk there, but it ends up being like a clone made by like Reed and Stark and a bunch of other...
Have you read it?
Yeah, I have it at home.
Can I borrow it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing. Cap dies.
In the comic?
In the comic. That's where Captain America dies.
You think he's out and Bucky's in?
I would...
Because he said he's down to play him for as long as they need him, right?
I would like to say yeah.
Did they say as long as they wanted him?
Chris Evans has more movies on his contract. So, even if we get a death, you got to go into it knowing he'll be back. It's going to be a fake death. They're not going to short him on his contract. That's just... Marvel wouldn't do that to one of their A-listers.
Okay, aside from the movie execution, who's your favorite hero? So, like, Thor could be your favorite hero even if it's not your favorite movie. Yes.
Probably Cap. I like the fact, yes, he is a super, right, soldier. But, he goes in there with fists and a shield, The way, like, how he hits people and it's, like, above the average human strength. So he punches someone and they fly back 15 feet. He kicks someone and they fucking just fly through a wall. It's... Whereas I would just knock a guy down. It's a little over the top, but not too much. His fighting to me is just... It's awesome.
I'm Hulk all the way.
I like the Hulk.
Ruffalo's Hulk, preferably.
I like them all. So choosing Cap as my favorite, it's like I said, I watch Iron Man, the whole Iron Man franchise and be like, Iron Man's my favorite.
I think I like it because
it's not...
I think Hulk gives up the most to be a superhero. It's not like he chooses it, but he's the most... His power, I think, would be the hardest to live with.
Oh, yeah, mentally? Like, knowing how many people he's killed?
Because he can control it.
Like, how much damage he's caused?
He can control it, kind of. So sometimes he can aim it. So he can aim it. I think that's a good way to put it. He can aim it, but not control it.
Yeah, he could throw it in the right direction, but once it's there, it's like...
And he's just such a juggernaut, just such a like, I'm going to destroy everything and run around and crush things and not care, but I'm still doing a good thing, and I'm like helping people, but I'm just crazy and everywhere and smash. Hulk smash.
See, and we know he's got some control over it because he first hulks out and he's like going after Black Widow. And then he hulks out like later on and they're like talking to him, like addressing him. And he's like...
He's getting control over it.
He's notioning back to him, so it's like, you obviously know what you're doing. I like that he's got like chest hair. Like it's a little more realistic. I like that it looks like Ruffalo. Norton's Hulk completely changed like his facial structure. Didn't look anything like him. He was a pretty boy Hulk.
Do you think they look similar between the Hulk and Avengers? Like the Hulk?
No. Different shade of green, different height.
Really?
Well, maybe close to the same height. Different movement, different how they position themselves, the hairs.
He seemed a little more like, not, I don't want to say scary, but a little more...
brutish.
Yeah, in...
The Avengers.
You think so?
Yeah. Like
I'm thinking about the scene in like the bottling company.
He's like hunched over.
I'm thinking about the scene in the bottling company, man. That was... Like, if you were there, that would have been the most terrifying Hulk.
Like, you can't really see anything. You're just fighting like
and
a
then
giant
Tim Roth
mass.
is just like, looks like he just saw his first porno.
Yeah,
he's just like...
Looks like he shit his pants.
He's like, what was that? I want it. I want to be that.
Yeah. He's like, I want that in me. I want to be in that.
Smash.
Hulk smash.
Mark Ruffalo's Hulk was like, he's always like hunched over, like he looked like Hulk and he looked like Norton, or like Ruffalo, yeah, like the face, like he wasn't a pretty boy Hulk. He still had like crooked teeth, like the face still looked like him. He just like how he like kind of like just hung himself. I don't know.
He carried himself well.
Yeah. He was supposed to be like the brooding, like monster, like, and Edward Norton's Hulk walk around like a bodybuilder, like, just like, yeah, that's right. Check out these pecs. Like, if The Rock was the Hulk, that's what it'd look like.
That'd be cool. That'd be kind of cool to see.
I like the detail on his muscle structure. And then Avengers, obviously, they just made him more like just all around beefy instead of just finely cut.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, man, I thought it was great.
I like Iron Man suits. I like each movie we're getting something slightly different. I didn't like Iron Man 3, which we'll cover. Too much gold. But in then Avengers, they took him from triangle back to circle on the arc reactor. Wasn't a fan of that. I wanted the triangle back. That's like a little detail to me. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, let's hope we get an octagon soon.
We should get a different shape. I agree.
It's a stop sign. He's like, I'm about to stop you in your tracks.
What if he gets it in like this, like the outline of the Superman sign? It's like his arc reactor, and he's just like
but upside or like upside down, just like anti-Superman, Duperman.
I guess I could say like a diamond shape, like a legit diamond.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's kind of neat.
Not like
that's cute.
The two triangles diamond. That's just dumb.
Yeah, that doesn't even look like a diamond.
No, it just looks like.
Who named that?
They should be shot.
Same person that named it orange. Yeah, we can see that it's orange.
Yeah, that's dumb. You're not gonna call an apple a red. Hey, man, give me one of those reds.
Yeah, pass me
a
red.
Those yellows? Yeah, the ones you peel. Yeah, give me one of those.
Oh, not the citrus ones? Not the citrus yellows?
No, I'm with the long yellows.
Shout out to lemons.
Worldwide.
When life hands you lemons.
Make a
podcast with lemonade.
When life gives you lemonade, make lemons. Life will be all like, what?
Do you have a favorite post-credit scenes out of what we've seen so far, Phase 1?
No.
You don't have a favorite one? I think everyone's going to say the shawarma scene at the
so
end of
boring.
Avengers.
I don't. Like I said, I'm not a fan of...
I'm kind of with you. I thought it was like, what?
I think it's funny.
It was funny.
It's funny, but...
It was funny. I was like, I'm a guy, I want to see either something moving the whole franchise forward, like something about the next movie or whatever, like they generally give, or something.
It was kind of like a camaraderie thing, like we all went through this tragic thing, and we saved the world.
So what are we gonna do? We're gonna get shawarma.
I've heard shawarma's disgusting.
Yeah, so have I. Like, why? Well, I think you can tell by the look on their faces. They're all like, Jesus Christ, why do I want to eat this?
I love the See, I like to focus on back. You ever watch a movie and just focus on what's going on in the background?
Yeah.
During that scene, I kind of just watched the lady in the back sweeping. Shout out to that lady. If you ever listen to this, email me because I really
The Avengers
want to talk to you.
was very Whedon-like. Joss Whedon definitely left his imprint on it.
Yeah.
And they definitely chose the right guy for the job. I heard...
Was he the one that did Firefly?
Yeah. Firefly, Serenity, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Did he do Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog?
Yep.
You know what, Whedon? I love you.
I love you. I love Whedon, too.
I love Avengers, but I really, really love Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog.
I gotta say, I didn't like Whedon until I saw the Avengers. I didn't really know him until I saw the Avengers.
And Firefly.
I didn't watch Buffy. I hadn't watched Firefly yet.
Have you seen Firefly?
No.
I hate to be that guy because everyone, is so... The Firefly fandom is like the Doctor Who fandom.
Yeah.
It's just over the top, but it's such a great show.
That's what I keep hearing. I've not watched it.
So incredible. I got to download it. Maybe I'll let you
Firefly,
borrow it.
what, the Serenity? Is that movie that followed it?
Yeah, Serenity was good, but the show was definitely where it's at.
I heard Whedon was only brought in, like I heard they had a treatment, like a script treatment for the Avengers, and they brought him in to look it over and kind of like give some like story notes. And I guess he read it and was like, no, this...
Nope.
This
Etch a
needs-
sketch. Let's
this
shake
needs
it.
an
Let's start it
overhaul.
over.
He turned
Shake
in like
it
a
up.
draft, and I guess they were like, all right, go ahead and write that script.
You're hired.
Yeah, sounds like you know what you're doing. The inclusion of Hawkeye, even though he wasn't given a whole lot to do in the first movie, what scenes he had were awesome.
Where did you get introduced to Hawkeye?
Any movie with a good archer, I am all over it.
Didn't he come... He was there before the Avengers, right?
No. Well, he had a scene in Thor.
Was it Thor?
Yeah. When Thor's running around the compound as a mortal, trying to get his hammer in the mud.
Yeah, so he gets introduced.
And that was a cool
So you like archers a lot?
Yes.
I tried to
Oh
get
my
into
God.
that Green Arrow show. And
Arrow's awesome. Legolas from Lord of the Rings and stuff. I love.
I'm trying to
So
think.
naturally,
I know
Hawkeye.
there's a really cool archer that I'm...
Robin Hood, bro.
No. No.
Cupid?
Cupid.
Cupid's the best archer there is.
Cupid's awesome.
Who helps you find a soulmate by shooting your ass with an arrow?
Yeah, sometimes he leads people into some weird traps, though.
This is true. Sometimes Cupid likes to fuck you over. I think he likes to play games.
Cupid's just a baby. Cupid doesn't know what he's doing.
Nice.
Might as well have a drunk
always
guy.
with an excuse.
Oh,
so you gotta be 21 to drive, 18 to drive, but you need, 18 months to fly. Is that it?
Yeah, I guess so.
And make people fall in love.
Asshole.
People are falling in love over like a baby's intuition.
He's just like,
Yeah. He's
shoot you with an arrow.
That guy's gonna like that girl. Oh shit! That guy walked in front of him. Oh fuck. Well. Oh well.
Yeah.
No. What can you do?
Baby Cupid. This took a weird turn. This podcast took a weird turn. Talking about Baby Cupid.
Back to the grind.
Archery, though. Archery is...
This is true. We're still on archery.
Archery is super solid.
It's cool, but it's very impractical.
No, archery is super duper practical.
I
No
believe it's
way.
practical.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I got like machine gun, and you're coming at me with a bow and arrow.
I'm okay.
I gotta-
It depends on your terms.
You got to aim. I just got to splatter.
Oh, by the
bullets.
way, does Daryl from The Walking Dead count as archer? Could you throw him in the mix?
Daryl's the
Badass.
only.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Daryl's the only thing
Badass.
about
Exactly.
The Walking Dead that I like. Still,
Exactly. Effective zombie killing, Shatari killing, and every other bad guy killing. Hawkeye.
I like
needs to do,
Michonne, too.
motherfucker. Huh?
Michonne wasn't that her name with the swords?
Yeah.
Those are the only two I liked. Towards the end, or towards where I stopped watching.
Right. I stopped watching like a season and a half ago.
Sinners, please don't hate me. I just kind of fell out of The Walking
Yeah.
Dead.
Well, look, we work full-time jobs. We're busy. Half of us have kids.
If I wasn't busy, I still wouldn't watch it. I stopped liking it.
I would probably watch it still.
It's like, okay, yeah.
I'm too far behind now.
Drama. Oh, there's a zombie. Drama.
It became
Oh, there's
less
a zombie.
about zombies and more about the interactions and struggles between themselves. And I was like, no, let's get back to just zombie killing.
I'm kind of tired of zombies.
Shut up.
Good zombies are great.
Like World War Z. Have you seen that?
It was okay.
Man.
There's a zombie book that I like called The Stupidest Angel, but it's zombies and Christmas. It's pretty fun. And then, like, I liked The Walking Dead at first. I love Live After Beth.
Never saw it.
It's so great. If we ever do a zombie episode, we're watching Live After
We
Beth.
gotta watch Romero's, mini of the dead films.
Okay, well, you can pick those, and I'm picking Life After Beth.
Gotcha. Zombieland?
Nah. Pass.
Wow. Man, that's intense. That's
Sorry,
deep.
guys.
Go on it.
Great
Go in.
Scott! Zombieland?
No.
I like Zombieland.
There's a sequel coming, and I just don't care. I think there's a sequel coming.
Sequel for Zombieland?
I don't think it's the original writers
I
and stuff.
heard a number 2 got.
I don't think it's the
I
same
know it
writers.
had a series on Amazon or something.
Maybe
but
if it's not the
tanked.
same writers, maybe I'll enjoy it a little bit more.
Writers
but-
of Deadpool. Whatever.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead. Sorry, I forgot Shaun of the Dead. Oh, another zombie movie I liked was Dead and Breakfast. Have you ever seen that?
Never saw that one.
Okay, it's kind of campy and like goofy.
Did you say Dead and Breakfast?
Dead and Breakfast.
Okay.
It's like they're singing in it and like it's real weird and real like campy, but
be on board
I'm
with
into
that.
it.
What's that old? There's an old. Is it Peter Jackson's film that Dead or Alive? Like a super like graphic, gory zombie movie, but like almost over the top cheesy. I don't know. I saw it one time on TV, and I really liked it. I'm sorry, sinners. I don't know the title of that. If anyone does, please comment that. I would like to know it so I could buy it. Show Tyler.
Yeah, I'll have to borrow it.
Um,
I'm not in it enough to buy it yet, but I'll definitely check it out.
Right.
Speaking of coming back from the dead,
Quicksilver should come back from the dead. What?
so I think we're both in agreement. Thor's at the bottom of the barrel.
Thor is the weakest link.
Avengers is at the top.
Yes.
Justin, do you agree, or do you have a different list? Have you seen them all?
I definitely think that you guys are on par, but for me, I'm super duper subscribed in the Norse mythology.
Norse
super-
mythology.
Norse
subscribed.
mythology.
Yeah.
I love that North mixology.
Yeah.
North mythology. Yeah, I wish I could, man. I wish I could be as
I think it's fun.
stoked about it as you are.
Maybe if they would have, I almost want to say if they would have done it like Beowulf, but that wouldn't have fit with the rest of the cinematic universe.
I think they have a problem. Same with Green Lantern is finding enough
But that's more
balance
Vikings
between
than
like
anything.
the other side of things and Earth. Like enough time between Asgard. I wanted to see what's going on in Asgard. Forget Earth. I know what Earth looks like. I don't give a shit about a small town in Arizona.
I almost didn't like how Asgard
I wanted
looked.
to see that stuff on Asgard.
I almost liked it because Asgard was all CGI. Obviously, we don't have a place on Earth that looks like Asgard.
Right.
But I
Yeah,
don't know. I
that's
almost
what I'm
felt the
saying.
maybe that was what I didn't like about it, like the disconnect between like, yeah, it kind of looks cool, but I almost can just like definitely tell that's not real.
Like it's just for show. We don't need to see.
It's a little. I don't want to say too shiny, but there's something about it.
It's godly. They're gods. It has to look like God.
Well, okay.
I mean,
Turning my own words on
You
me.
think if you go to heaven, you want it to look anything other than
That's not heaven. It's a different planet, right?
there's only one God, and he doesn't look like that. Okay, Cap said it himself.
Does he say that?
Yeah, man, it's the first Avengers.
What does he say? Do you know the line?
Remember Thor comes down on the ship, he grabs Loki and jumps out.
I remember what you're talking about.
She's like, you might want to stay out of this. They're gods. And he's like, there's
only
only
one
one
God,
God, ma'am. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't look like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I remember in theaters, like he said, and I'm thinking there, like, yeah, wait, what did he say? Did he say that? Rewind, damn it, no.
That's totally a Cap thing to say, though.
Yeah, it is. In the fight in the forest,
America and God. Captain America.
yeah.
Hashtag America and God.
God's righteous man.
Yeah.
You know? And the fight in the forest was amazing.
I thought that was cool.
Maybe they could do like they could film it in New Zealand and drop some crazy filters on it. You know what I mean? Make it
Right.
look more orange because they seem to be pretty heavy on orange in Asgard.
Lots of heavy on gold too. Like so like that whole
Like,
warm
Yeah,
tint.
Are you not gonna be a god and be
So that whole like
covered in
warm.
gold?
I'm saying like the warm color spectrum.
Yeah,
The
for
oranges
sure.
and I guess not a lot of yellows. And then you got Loki. Maybe that's why Loki's green kind of stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The green
And then the
gold.
blues. The blues is clashing against the oranges
Right.
because those are.
You got like Thor's like glowing, like, you know, flowing red cape and his like shining chrome almost plates
versus
on
the green to
yeah.
the red and green.
Like the plated chrome and then like the
Opposite
silver circle thingies he's got on his chest piece.
It's chesticles.
Yeah, his chesticles. Yeah, I don't know. Thor just, I think there's room for improvement. I would like to see it done in Thor 3, Ragnarok, due out in like 2 or 3 years. I don't know. Next year?
Yeah.
2018?
Too far away to stress over.
Yeah,
now.
and you know, honestly, I'm not really going to give a shit until I see a trailer anyway, so.
Yeah.
Until then, we just get to enjoy Civil War, 7 days. It's going to be amazing.
Okay. Let's do. I want to point out one last thing
Okay.
before we wrap this up.
All right, hit me.
Inhumans lost its release date.
I read that.
It doesn't have. It's because it got pushed back and then completely disappeared from
Right.
the release dates.
Now, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is doing something with Inhumans. I think maybe that had something to do with it.
I think there was a disconnect between someone at Marvel who lost. I don't want to. This is how rumors start.
Right? Yeah, and we don't want to. This is strictly.
I'm not going to start. Sorry, guys. I led you on. I'm not giving you anything.
I don't know enough about them to honestly care.
I definitely read something about it, and I have like the skeleton of the idea that I want to get across, but I don't want to fill in the blanks accidentally and get some things misconstrued. So yeah, Sinners, tell us what you think.
Tell us what you think about.
We kind of just skimmed over a lot of movies here. Maybe in the future we'll do a more focused examination of maybe the Iron Man series, or
leave a comment about what you like, what you didn't like.
If you think there's an episode that we should do, something interesting, doesn't have to be current, could be something old, something new, borrowed, blue. We don't care. Just give us something to talk about. Yeah, definitely tell us what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, comment on the website. Send me an email, Tyler@Cinamen.com.
Or Chris@Cinamen.com.
Better set that email address up before next week.
Yes, I should.
Or this week, if you're listening to this. Shout out to Party and Bullshit Studios and Justin for speaking on the episode and for editing the episodes for us. You're doing a great job. We really appreciate all the hard work you do.
We love you.
Anything you guys can do to help us out, let people know about us. Tell your friends, tell your friends' friends, tell your friends' 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 friends, and your mom's friends. Tell your mom's friends, your friends' moms, and your mom's friends' moms.
And your friends' mom's friends.
Just tell some people. Please tell some people. We want to continue to do this. We really enjoy it a lot, and we hope you get something out of it.
Don't be a dick. Support the podcast.